So if you're giving 3 pieces of advice to any leader, male or female, on how to be more inclusive, what are you telling people?
I love this topic so much because we have studied it. And so what surfaced when we looked at what can we do as leaders and what can we do as organizations to drive the perception of inclusion, which is measurable, right? The perception of inclusion in my own leadership or in the organization. 3 things came up. And so at the executive level, so if you are in a position of power and authority and you're listening to this, at the executive level, what is so critical is that you must lead by example. And I would say this at any leadership level. And we have talked about that a little bit. So what that looks like is, are you discussing respectfully and honestly? Are you empowering others? Are you leveraging relationships and opening your network to others who don't look like you? Are you transparent? Are you open? So things like that. At the leadership level, so again, any leader of team, of project, of cross-functional initiative, at the leadership level, it is so critical to deeply understand and know the uniqueness, the strengths, what we call the superpowers of every individual on your organization. And this takes time, it takes work, it takes building those relationships. But let me tell you, it transcends title, role, race, gender. It's what is your core? What is the core uniqueness and superpower that these people bring to work every day? And then the last one is for all of us in the workforce. How do we engage in inclusive meetings? So meetings are the language of work. It's how we get things done, right? Whether it's in person or whether it's virtually. We just told the story about the hybrid work environment. I'll illustrate it with one more story. Carla Harris, you may know her.
Yes.
Carla Harris is one of my mentors. She actually endorsed the book, and she'll be with me at our Women in Leadership Institute as the co-chair in a couple of weeks. And she says this: when I walk into a room and I've convened the room and everybody is sitting around the table looking at me, I say, I have brought you all together today because we have a big problem to solve. And I have some thoughts about that problem, but I brought you here because I bet we together can come up with something that I would not have thought of. So, Cindy, I'm going to ask you to go first. What is your best idea? And then whatever Cindy says, I'm going to turn to Raul and I'm going to say, now I want you to actually provide the opposing view to Cindy's view, because we need all perspectives on the table.
Right.
And now, Amanda, you've heard these 2 opposing what is missing? And it's only then that I'm going to start to integrate my perspective when everybody else and all perspectives have been put onto the table. And I love that.